All right. I am so sorry for that. The computer died and then it took forever to load again. I had to restart it 3 times. So if you were watching the other stream, this is part 2. I was gluing the washi in, and then while I was waiting for the computer, I found some things to add to this page. Mainly it's not gonna have a lot because you don't want the butterfly is gonna be in the middle. So I'll give everybody, hey Nancy, thank you. It was my fault. I printed a shipping label for Shauna and the pet portrait that I need to do, and unplugged the laptop to take it into the printer. And then I just was so busy trying to get everything up, I never plugged back in the power cord. So it was definitely my fault. Usually it's plugged in and no big deal. I need to get the computer. Yes, hi CB. Yes, silly girl. Like a rookie move. How are you doing, CB? Yes, I think I need to get the computer. I need to like go and defrag and clean it and look for malware. I barely use it. I use it to stream, but I will say, since the Photoshop seems to really have impacted its performance, and I haven't even used it much. So that's part of the problem, I think. The rain, I love it and I hate it. You know, Bobby bought a boat. We don't have it yet, but he is all freaked out because all the lakes around us are closed and you can't get on the lake. All right, so we need to put the butterfly. Have I lost the butterfly? And all the moving this stuff around. Let me put back right to right. And here's our butterfly. I'm just going to use some of this washi to kind of get it where I want. Because this is all going to get covered up anyways. All right. And I think I'm just going to put it on with washi. Oh my gosh. Hi, Tam. Got that nice and secured. And I already cut the piece. For the inside. And I just went with some Timmy paper because I didn't really want to do anything to it specifically. Let's go ahead and take, this is just a dirty distressed oxide. With some green and brown. I think I'm gonna ink the edges with the brown. I'm going to ink the inside too, because I want it darker. Okay. I'm going to use I'm just going to glue the one edge first. So I have some wiggle room. Hi, Kathy. All right, let's put more glue on here. think that's okay. One little wrinkle. Let me get something to add some pressure to that. All right, I think that one's done. Let's take this off. Welcome back, Flo. Sorry, it was my fault. Yeah, I really liked what Nicole, again, from Relax Cut Glue had done with her iCAD. So I thought it would be a fun beginning to the journal. And keep this real simple. I may add another piece of washi right here. And let's see if we can get the turquoise to go around here. It's worse than packing tape. There we go. All right, so let me put may not want to stretch enough. It's not gonna stretch enough. It's too, I thought it might stretch enough, but it's not. Just add a little glue to that. Just a little bit that's off the edge here and there. I can trim later. Just getting some spots that aren't glued down very well. All right, so I think I'll call that one done. That's the one I did last night. I will say I'm a little disappointed in that as soon as I opened it, that this journal, it's an Arteza journal, and no sooner did I open it and it kind of broke right in here, which is going to drive me nuts. All right, so let's work on this page. And that was just some of the extra paint that we used. I just want to put a base coat down. I have some different colors, so. And it already has gesso. I gessoed it earlier today. And this is literally just a base, so it's not going to be the finals colors. All right, and then I want come in with a little more of that turquoise when it's wet. Some more green. Yeah, I know other people. That's why when, I don't know if the other one's going to do it. I mean, I literally opened it and it was already kind of wonky. And I'm not really married to that copper, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, so that works for the dark layer. Dry that. All right. And the last thing I want to, I'm trying to clear off some space and not set my phone camera in paint. I'm going to get some of that bronzy brown. I'm looking for the pen real quick. Oh, well, it'll show up. Oh, there it is. Gotta put the pin in this glue or we'll have an issue. Okay. I think I want to use some of this. Here and there. Trying to do this journal more abstract. That is hanging over the edge, but that paper, I'll trim it later. That paper tears really easy when you're holding it. Let's put a piece here. I know what I want here, and I know what I want here, so I don't want she might be working on something. Oh, that'll be pretty, Joycey. All right, and I'm gonna stick this in the ditch here. Which should help the seam issue. Okay. That's good there. Yeah, that's what I figured, Kathy, is that you were working. All right, I'm going to add. I want some of this brown. So I'm going to use that same bronzy brown. Trying to use that. All these new ones, I still gravitate to the one I like. I'm gonna flip that so I can. Okay. Okay. All right, so I think that's a pretty good first layer. Hi, Barbara. Yeah, it's a piece of a house plan. It came in a paper pack that I got at Keisha's. And it was cut in, it's not the whole thing. It's cut in thin slices. And it was thrown in with some other. Okay. Make sure I'm. All right. So I have some. I know I want a circle right here with, I know I want this. I think I'm actually going to start with this. I want this right in here in a lighter green. So I'm going to add, it's a margarita. And I'm going to add some white. I want to make sure it's nice and light. It's got like a, looks like a stained glass is what it reminds me of. It's an old club stencil that I just ordered 2 old sets from previous years. I think, if I remember right. I may have lied. I've ordered so many new ones recently. I'm gonna soften the edges on that a little bit there. All right, now I'm going to add some yellow on the table. And I'm going to add some Bahama blue. So I'm going to use the white with the Bahama blue. Right, now I know that this is going in this circle. But I'm going to add some of this in here. Let me get new baby white. Okay. Oh, so we got white and the lime green and the Bahama blue. more Bahama Blue. Okay, I'm going to lightly go over some of that with just a tint. All right, now I want that circle right there. And I want this in the circle in yellow. So I'm going to use some of the white and yellow. Okay. All right, so I like that. I think that I need to take the other stencil up and around. Needs more blue in it. And that's just got some white more. Let's kind of take that dirty sponge and knock down that white. Okay, let's take some of that back off. Move this one back over here. Okay, let's try a little heavier. Right, now that's as far as my thought process went. So now I feel it needs pops of black. But that's where it took me when I was laying, trying to fall asleep, thinking about it. I'm going to take the extra paint real quick and a wet brush and just kind of paint I didn't gesso this or anything, but this paint will just start a layer. out. I feel like some Timmy tissue would help. And I think I have a little bit of stamped tissue left. I'm going to use those words there. I may use some of this somewhere with some black. I don't think I want the floral Timmy. I think I want this tissue. The typography. All right, I'm just digging to see if I have any tissue in here. I might use that or this. Here is the Timmy tissue. And let me see if I have any of my tissue. This is like previously stenciled or stamped tissue. Okay, I'm going to put that there. Either that or this other stamp. Sometimes you just have to dig. And of course, I can't find the stamp that I want. There it is. I'm going to use this. Let's put down what I know I want first and go from there. Yeah, you can, and sometimes you put stuff somewhere and you're like, I just had that. I'm going to stamp this on a piece of paper first. Yeah, it's working. Sometimes these get clogged with paint. I'm not sure I got ink all the way on the top. Oh, yes. That is what it needed. That there. All right, so I'm happy with that. I'll put this over here. Put that Timmy tissue there. Nope. I think that's going to go over the ditch. That should dry kind of clear. Okay, feel like this side is done and balanced. Let's see. The only thing I will tell you about this Timmy paper tissue that I really don't like is that when you go to tear it, it tears this way. It has a grain. So you really have to kind of use water to soften it. And it's got that waxy texture if you're going to tear it in certain directions. You almost have to get it wet on the top and the bottom. All right, I'm going to put that there. Okay. Hi, Kathy. All right. Now it's a matter of, do I need something here? Little. I don't think I like that. Let's get in the Timmy box. Let's put the stencils up, and I'm going to look for a number. That's it. It's either that. Yeah, I don't want another circle. Okay, I think I'm done, other than maybe splatters. What do we think? Do we want just a few black splatters? Really light. I'm thinking like in this corner. Over here, maybe a little. All right, and Lena turned me on to this trick. You can buy the pouring acrylic paint, pretty reasonable. And the black and the white, if you get a set with the black and the white, I got a set of 4 that had black, white, gold, copper, I think. I got some others, but not for this. And they're already pretty thin. All right, I think that works. But it works. This is a really good. I mean, you can go straight from the bottle. I just usually add a little water in my brush just to make it a little thinner. And of course, I got it on my phone. Thank you, Andrea. All right. Cleaning up some of this paint that's over here. And I think that needs a little dry. Real quick. All right, and then I'll just need to trim the edges here and there where the tissue might be off the edge. Thank you, Kathy. I need to post stuff on the Google Classroom. I've got some stuff I need to post over there. All right, so that one's done. This one's getting ready to go. I'll probably use a different color wave. I'm going to try to stay kind of neutral in a lot of this. I did go in, so that's the first 3 pages. I did go into Instagram and put several things in my favorites, mainly if it like had a color palette or a composition or something about it struck me. I want to go into Pinterest and try to find some more. I need to stamp some more of the geometric type things on the tissue. I like to do them on the tissue. Hey, Susan. So I don't know if I'll do anything on the cover, but that's the first page we did. And that's not as abstract, but I want to keep it abstract. And I kind of want to play with light and dark. I like that when you can get a glow in abstracts. but it probably will still have a vintage or grunge feel because it's just what I gravitate towards. So I'm going to set that aside. I did, if you came in late, I did finish this journal. So I got all finished in this journal. Last time I showed it, I had 12 pages left. So I am going to put it in my Etsy to sell and perhaps auction it later if it doesn't sell at Keisha's. But I'll just do a real quick flip through of where it ended up. That was one that we worked on last weekend. This was inspired by Kathy Arbor. I did this one. I'm not super happy with it. It's all right. I think next time I want to try, I have the white pour paint, and I think I want to try using the pour paint with the dip pins to see if you can't get some white accent stuff. I used a white Posca on this and white paint, but I thought that might be an interesting, because I can never get white pens to work other than the Poscas. This is a new one that I did. You can see that's some of that same tissue that I used today that I made. And then that's Timmy tissue. This has definitely a more vintage feel. A lot of these layouts I turned into digital paper sets where you get 5 different ones in my Etsy. But I left room for like whoever got it to put tip ins or do other stuff. This is one I did yesterday. A lot, and I didn't like it. I was struggling with it until I added the boat. So like I said, I definitely left room and pages with just backgrounds. I do too, Kathy. Usually you catch it after you've hit send and it's done it and you didn't catch it. It's another one I'm not wild about, but it's not my color. Like, I don't really care for pink a whole lot. This is one I did the day before yesterday. And I like how it came out. And what I did, this was a grungy layout where we did like distressed oxides and then sprays on top of them to kind of help them move. And so it wouldn't, I sealed it before I added my collage. I sealed it with matte sealer so that I could then come and do a collage on top of it. Same thing here. This was, we were playing around with the distressed oxides and the sprays. And then I just came back in and stenciled some light blue gray and added some stuff. sprayed this one before I did anything. That's napkin, stencil work, napkin, jelly prints. Some of them I just left with stencil work where you could do whatever. This is the one that we just threw the paint on, Susan Popo, long ago. That's just stencil work. That was an envelope from Jersey. This is one I did the other night. The page was done and I just added the stuff on top of it. That's just napkin. Did this one yesterday. Did this one the other day, and I just put some faux, some fauna and leaves. This one's been sprayed so that it won't move. Did this one the other day. It went to Hawaiian. I mean, it doesn't really go. Did this one the other day. Left that one. That's napkin. Left that one. This one needs more. I just left it. And that's it. So like I said, I left some pages. That's that one. I have a puppy portrait I need to do. That's what I'm going to do this week. This is like number 6 or 7 from this person. He started giving them as gifts. So now every time he needs a gift, he sneaks a picture of. This one has 12 pages, but I'm kind of tired. This has the same kind of vein, a lot of it. So I'm probably going to work in the new journal for a while, just so I feel like I'm doing something different. But ironically, this was journal 3 and the one I finished was journal 4. But it has 24 pages to finish. But that is it for me today. Thank you for hanging out. Those of you that were here at the beginning and the power went out, thank you for coming back. And like I said, I think this will be a fun change. Try to keep it a little more abstract. If anybody had any questions. Yes, it does feel good to finish a journal. This is an Arteza journal. I got 2. It's an 8 1/4. I got 2 like this. And it says heavyweight paper. It says it's a 180. So it feels like a watercolor. So I have been gessoing it before I started. Now I didn't gesso that, but I put that paint. So what I'll do is gesso the rest of that or add a green layer and then go from there. Been wanting to do I've been trying to do I want to do some ones that are more high contrast. And Bright Orange has been calling me, telling me I should use Bright Orange. So I might use that Bright Orange, like a red orange, with this green. So but that's it for me. Does Joycey have chickens? I don't think so. I think Joycey's in an apartment on the 3rd floor. Right, Joycey? Like in a condominium or an apartment. We would get chickens if Bob could get chickens. He would get chickens. We could, but I know how that goes. You have chickens, and then the next thing you know, it's not really a chicken, it's a rooster. And then it learns how to crow, and then your neighbors aren't happy. And then I have to take Trudy, the rooster, to the bird sanctuary. So, not unless we lived out in the country. All right, guys, I am going to go ahead and end the stream and go see if Bob wants to get dinner. I will see you guys on other streams here. Joycey, I'll go through and pull some of those deli papers for you that I know are getting nice and grungy, like you would like. All right, guys, have a great evening.